Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. And it is my pleasure, well, first let me acknowledge something. So, my apartment building is a very strongly heated apartment building. And that's why normally I'd be wearing a long sleeve shirt to do a video about the Moon, Serpent, and Bone 6th annual Yule market, but it is so freaking hot in my apartment. The heat is on strong. If you're one of those people who is always cold, you will not be cold in here, I promise you. My fan is on. I am Mr. Lighting in a Fan. I have my lighting, I have my fan, and a short sleeve shirt. So make no mistake, I'm like, there's no way I'm wearing, I was even thinking about what shirt I'm going to wear for this video. I'm not going to wear a long sleeve. Now you know why. Alright. All that aside, because some of you are like, why is he wearing long sleeve, short sleeve when it's winter? Now you know. The more you know. Anyway, this is the official video for the Moon, Serpent, and Bone 6th annual Yule night market. I am very excited about this market for so many reasons. First of all, I love the energy of Locust Grove Estate. I love Poughkeepsie. I love going to Poughkeepsie. I especially love going to Locust Grove Estate, which is in Poughkeepsie, New York. I haven't done it in a while, but I will definitely link the Wikipedia entry for Locust Grove Estate to give you some additional information about it. And it has a fascinating history. You know, it's funny because there are certain Wikipedia entries that I keep going back to, and this one is one of them. So I'm very excited about it because I also I really enjoy the energy of the space, of the grounds. There is an area on the grounds that I love to use for doing live videos before the Moon, Serpent, and Bone markets at Locust Grove Estate. It's become like my little area to like ground and center in nature. I'm also excited about it because you know, at Locust Grove Estate there is an urn that's filled with coffee, and Amy, the living goddess, the living creatrix goddess of the Moon, Serpent, and Bone night markets, not only brings sugar in the raw, the turbinado sugar that I live for. She also brings, well, actually her boyfriend brings Girardelli chocolates. So, but that only happens at the Moon, Serpent, and Bone night markets at Locust Grove Estate. So yeah, I have a fondness in my heart for Locust Grove Estate. Not to mention the fact that volunteers who work at Locust Grove Estate proper are just so professional, so friendly, so helpful, have great energy. What I'm also excited about is that the hotel that I found is literally in walking distance from Locust Grove Estate. Now, that's a first for me. And if you have ever lived or know people who live or work or worked in the Hudson Valley area of New York State, you know that it's spread out. So the fact that I found a hotel, a reasonably priced hotel, within walking distance from the hotel is like, that's crazy. Like, seriously. And that's the good kind of crazy. I want more of the good kind of crazy. Because Trump voters made sure that we would have a lot more of the bad kind of crazy. So I'm very much looking forward to any opportunity to receive the good kind of crazy as often as possible, especially over the next 4 years, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm sure that many of you do, whether you live in the United States or not. So I'm excited about that as well. And you know, it's also gonna, it's what somebody that I know would call a sideways money miracle, because since I'm staying at a hotel that's literally walking distance from Locust Grove Estate, I am also saving money on cab fare. Sideways money miracle. But I digress. So, This will be the last time, officially, for 2024, the year of wealth and wisdom, that I will be offering my psychic services at a divinely discounted rate. A lot of people do not take me up on those divine discounts, which I find very strange. I mean, my fees are not what I would call exorbitant, and for the record, I know people who charge a whole lot more than I do. They're the ones that I know personally, they're worth every penny, and yet I'm like, people know how much my fees are. So I'm like, why don't you take advantage of this? But I've decided the universe just wants to give me more money. So they'll have clients who will not avail themselves of those discounts, and they'll just pay me directly. And I'm like, okay, you want to give me more money? I am open, I'm receptive, I receive, and I thank you. What can I say? But I'm also looking forward to being on the grounds for the optional cleansing and blessing circle that Amy does, which I honestly don't know why more people don't do it, because honey, it works. But anyway, so Friday, December 6th, 2024, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. If it's really busy and there are a lot of people, it will go longer than 11 p.m. It'll probably go closer to midnight. And that has happened before, where there have been moon, serpent, and bone markets that were scheduled to end at a certain time, but because of the number of people, it went past. So, yeah. So that's my take on that. And, you know, I'm shooting for midnight. I'm definitely shooting for midnight. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. There is going to be an accompanying blog post for this video, which will already be ready once the video is published. So it will have all the details, but I will tell you now. 15-minute session, whether it is a reading or an energy healing treatment, it is $40 USD, for those of you who are not living in the United States. And if it is a half-hour session, meaning a half-hour reading or a half-hour energy healing treatment, specifically a goddess energy healing treatment, it will be for $55 USD. And I will be in the position to accept payments through card, whether it is a debit card, credit card. I know that there are other ways to send payments. The thing that I use is called Square. It's a Square payment reader. And I know that with Square, when I'm at a Moon, Serpent, and Bone night market, I can accept Google Pay, Apple Pay, credit card, debit card, and there are a few other ways. I'll make sure to list them both in the description box for this video and the accompanying blog post. And it really is the only way that I can accept those, and of course cash, if it's an in-person session. I do ask that people have exact change, just in case I don't have change. Sometimes I can get change, sometimes I cannot. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I would say I'm looking forward to it. If you have any questions about this, please leave the questions in the comments. Leave the questions in the accompanying blog post. If you really prefer to email me directly, I'll make sure to include my email address in the description box for this video as well. Although it is on my home page for my page on YouTube, so it's there. It's always there. So that being said, if you have any questions, let me know. But I am very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. It is always a pleasure to work with Amy. She's so professional. She's so helpful. She's so generous. She is so kind. I love working with her. She has spoiled me. And I say that with no malice, no hesitation, and no apologies. Anybody who wants me to work with them or wants me to be a part of their roster of psychic readers in their metaphysical store, they have some super big shoes to fill. And now more than ever, I am massively discerning about the kinds of public venues that I want to be at and be available at and be a part of. So yeah, Amy has made it a pleasure to always make myself available for her night markets. And just an FYI, there is a possibility that I will be at one more Moon, Serpent, and Bone night market before the conclusion of 2024. It depends on if I'm called, because I requested to be a part of the mailing list. So if somebody is unavailable, and if somebody bows out, I'll be like, and I'm available, I'll be like, yeah. And I'm actually setting aside that date just in case. And if that date doesn't become available, if I'm not at that Moon, Serpent, and Bone night market, then I can call people back and say, hey, I'm available on this night if you want to change your appointment, and if you don't, that's fine. So it all works out. For the record, I almost never do that because I almost never get to do that. The people who schedule their appointments almost never cancel, almost never reschedule. They keep it no matter what. So it's very rare that I can say to somebody, oh yeah, I'm now available on that date. It has happened once this year. It did not happen last year, 2023. It did not happen in 2022. It did not happen in 2021. It did not happen in 2020. And it did not happen in 2019. If it happened in 2018, I don't remember. So that being said, I want to thank Amy once again for her professionalism, her friendliness, her generosity, her kindness, her good juju, her great magic. I want to thank the staff and the volunteers that work with her and that work at Locust Grove Estate for their professionalism, their friendliness, their helpfulness, their good juju. I want to thank all of my fellow readers, fellow witches, and venerated vendors that are going to be at this particular Moon, Serpent, and Bone night market, the 6th annual Yule market. And of course, I want to thank all of the individuals who've already purchased their tickets, all of the individuals who are going to be there, whether or not they've already purchased their tickets, and all of the individuals who are going to avail themselves of my psychic services and my energy healing services on that night. And of course, to all of you in YouTube land, thank you for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And an extra big and bountiful thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend, a wondrous weekend. And of course, as always, stay in tune with your intuition. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, alternate your coffee and tea with water, and stay tuned for the next video.